Hey everyone, welcome back to Astro Digital Technologies YouTube channel, the channel dedicated to helping you master data analytics one step at a time. My name is Ezekiah Omayemi, and if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on practical Excel tips, SQL tutorials, and all things data analytics. In today's tutorial, we are diving deep into XLOOKUP with 6 real-world business scenarios. If you ever wondered how to tackle multiple criteria, mix and or conditions, or even perform approximate matches, this video is for you. And guess what? You can find the exact same practice file I am using linked in the description box below. Here is what you will learn today. 1. How to use XLOOKUP with multiple criteria. 2. Combining logical operators with XLOOKUP. 3. Performing approximate matches with XLOOKUP. 4. Handling multiple OR conditions. And lastly, mixing and OR conditions in XLOOKUP. These examples are based on realistic scenarios like customer support, HR, finance, and inventory management. Without further ado, let's get straight into Microsoft Excel to get started. In our first case study, we want to look at XLOOKUP with multiple criteria. Let's say a customer service team needs to find a specific ticket based on customer name and issue type. The two criteria here is the customer name and the issue type. To do this, we are going to be combining the two conditions by using multiplication operator to indicate an AND relationship. Here is how to do it. I will quickly construct this formula before I explain. I will say X lookup. I'm going to set my lookup value to be 1. Then what is our first criteria? Our first criteria is the customer name. Where can we find it? We can find the customer name here, where the customer name equals to, I'm going to pick a name, I will say Joe Liu. All right, that is my first criteria. Then I will use the multiplication operator to indicate an AND relationship. Open parenthesis. The second criteria is going to be the issue type. Where's the column here? Then where the issue type equals to login issue, close the parenthesis. Then what do we want to return? We want to return the priority level. So this is going to be our return array, the priority column here, right? Then you close the parenthesis, press enter, and here we are. We can see that the priority level for this customer, Joe Liu, who has raised a login issue, is what is high. All right, let me break down this formula. Here, I have set my lookup value to be 1. By setting the lookup value to 1, I am simply telling XLOOKUP to look for the first row in the resulting array where the condition is met. Which condition? These two conditions are what are met, right? If no row matches the conditions that I have specified, XLOOKUP will return an error value unless I specify a fallback value in the formula. This is what I am saying. If none of these conditions are met, let's say for instance, I change this to technical error, technical error for instance. Now you can see that in the fallback we have NA because these two conditions are not what? Are not met. For me to prevent this, what I am simply going to do is to indicate my fallback value, which in this case I'm going to say not found. Close the parentheses and press enter. Instead of NA, it will return the value not found that I have specified. Is what the reason why I have set my lookup value to be 1. Coming to this place, these are the logical arrays. So what happened here is this. Let me return this one to be login issue. All right. The logical array, the first one, which is the customer column before to 2003, returns an array of true or false. As you can see here, it returns an array of true or false based on whether each row in the customer name column equals to Jolu. While the second logical array, which is the issue type column, returns an array of true or false for rows in the words in the issue type column matching login issue. The multiplication operator here, what it does is when these two arrays are multiplied, it ensures that only rows where the both conditions are true return 1. As you can see, we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 until it finds where the two conditions are met, and it will return 1 while other rows return 0. As you can see in these words, in this case you can see 0, 0, 0, 0. All right. The return array is the priority level column, the column from which the corresponding value, which is high, low, medium, and the rest are what is retrieved, because this is the data that we want to retrieve. So this is how you use XLOOKUP with multiple criteria by using the multiplication operator to indicate an AND relationship. I hope you are enjoying this video. If you are, make sure to like the video. It really helps us to reach more learners like you. Next up, let's dive into XLOOKUP with logical operators. In this data set, we have employee records ranging from employee ID to performance rating. Let's work on this case study. Suppose we want to get the performance rating of any employee from a particular department, but only if they were hired before a specific date. In this case, January 1, 2023. To solve this, we will combine logical operators with XLOOKUP. With XLOOKUP, what is going to be our lookup array? Our lookup value is going to be 1, like we did the other time. This ensures that only the conditions that are met is returned. Our lookup array is going to be the department column here, where the department, let's say, says, for instance, I'm going to multiply this with the multiplication operator. Then the second criteria is going to be the hired date. Next thing I'm going to do is to say when the date is less than, here I'm going to bring in the date function, which returns the number that represents the date in Microsoft Excel. The year is going to be 2023 January 1. All right. I'm closing this parenthesis, and then what is going to be our return array is going to be the performance rating. Close the parenthesis and press enter. Let me break it down for you. Here, checks the department column for rows where the department equals 6. This other condition ensures we are only looking at employees hired before January 1, 2023. The multiplication combines these two conditions to ensure both are true for the same row. Then finally, XLOOKUP searches for first row that matches these conditions and retrieves the corresponding performance rating from column F. This is a powerful way to filter your data with specific conditions in mind. You can adapt this formula for other use cases like calculating bonuses or tracking performance trends. Pretty cool, right? Let's move on to the next scenario where we will use XLOOKUP with approximate matches. In this case study, we are going to learn how to use XLOOKUP with approximate matches. This is perfect for situations where you need to find the closest match to a given value rather than an exact one. Here, we have a data set with corresponding tax percentages in column C and income ranges in column B. Let's say we want to find the tax percentage for an income of 50,000. Since our table only lists income ranges and not every possible income, we will use an approximate match to find the nearest value that doesn't exceed 50,000. To do this, we are going to say XLOOKUP then what is going to be our lookup value? This time around, we will set our lookup value to be true, which returns the logical value true, right? Then what is going to be our lookup array? Our lookup array is going to be the income range column. Here is where we set it when it is less than or equal to 50,000, comma, what is going to be our return array? Our return array is going to be the percentage bracket. And this time around, if not found, you can put that, let's say, oops, result not found. What is going to be our approximate, our match mode? Our match mode is going to be exact match, which in this case is going to be -1. Close the parentheses and press enter. As you can see that the result returned was 28 percentage. This is the breakdown. B5 to B34 less than or equals to 50,000. This logical condition checks which income ranges in column B are less than or equal to 50,000. The XLOOKUP equals to true here searches for the first value in this array, and where the -1 is our what? Is our match mode, which ensures that the lookup value is performed in ascending order, which is essential for approximate matches. This is how you can use XLOOKUP for approximate match. And as you can see, the formula returns the tax percentage for the income range closest to but not exceeding what? 50,000, because that is what our match mode is saying, which is exact match or next smaller item here. So it ensures that the formula returns the tax percentage for the income range closer to but not exceeding 50,000. In this case, it's 28%. And there you have it. XLOOKUP handling approximate matches like a pro. Up next, we are diving into XLOOKUP with or condition, which is great for scenarios where multiple criteria need to be met. Let's go. In this case study, we are going to be looking at XLOOKUP with all conditions. Here we have a data from a marketing team. Each row represents a campaign with details like campaign ID, the product category, the budget, return on investment, and date. Suppose we want to find the budget of a campaign that falls under either, let's say, electronics or home appliances. For us to retrieve the budget, we are going to be using XLOOKUP. with or condition. Let me show you how you can do this. XLOOKUP, our lookup value is going to be 1 as we want it to return true. Then what is going to be our lookup array? Open parenthesis. Our lookup arrays will be our product category here, where the product equals to electronics, electronics, close the parenthesis. Then for me to use the or condition, I'm going to use the addition operator. The second criteria is going to be our product category as well, which is B5 to B1004, which in this case is going to be home appliances. Home appliances, close the parenthesis, and what is going to be our return array? Our return array is going to be the budget, right? Close the parenthesis and press enter. Here you have it. You can see that XLOOKUP returned the first instance where the conditions are met. Here is what the formula does. This checks the category, the product category column for rows labeled electronics. Why this other condition logic array checks the product category column for home appliances. The addition operator is used in this situation to create an or condition, meaning that the result will return 1 for rows where either condition is true. So this is going to be the result array. As you can see, it will return 1. The X lookup value 1 here tells X lookup to find the first row that meets either of these condition. And in this case, we have this value about 79,000. All right. And there you have it. With this formula, you can quickly analyze campaign budget or any data that requires flexible matching criteria. I hope you understand what the XLOOKUP has done for us by what? By using the addition operator for our OR condition. Up next, we will look at how to combine both and OR conditions in a single formula. This is where things get even more interesting. In our final case study, we are going to explore XLOOKUP with and OR conditions using an inventory management dataset. Suppose we want to find the restock date of a particular item or items that are either low stock or critical, but only if the items fall under the high demand category. To solve this problem, we are going to combine all conditions for level stock level and status, along with an and condition for demand category. Let's solve this problem. Equals to XLOOKUP. What is going to be our lookup value? It is 1. Then our lookup array. We are going to be doing something different than what we've been doing previously. Here, because we have multiple conditions. So for the first one, I'm going to do what? I'm going to open the first parenthesis, open another parenthesis, then the lookup array is going to be stock level here. When the stock level is less than 50 from our case study, less than 50, close the parenthesis. Then for the AND operator, we are going to use the addition operator, which is the plus operator. Open another parenthesis. What is going to be our second criteria? Our second criteria is going to be the status, where the status is critical. Where the status is critical equals to critical. Close the parenthesis. Then we are done for the OR condition. For the AND condition, we are going to use the multiplication operator. Then open another parenthesis, which is going to be the what? The category, the demand category, where it is what? High demand. Close the quote and close the parenthesis. This time around, our return array, we want to return the restock date, right? So this is going to be our return array. Close the parenthesis. Press enter. The result return 12 of November 2024 as the restock date of the products that are low stock or critical item in high demand. Let's break it down. This side checks the stock level column for rows where the stock is less than 50. While this other side, which is criteria, identifies items in the status marked as what? As critical. By adding the plus operator here, ensure that these two conditions create an OR condition. So the formula considers rows that satisfy either one. For the AND condition, this aspect filters rows in the demand category column where the value is high demand. By multiplying this and this with the OR condition, ensures that both the high demand and one of the stock conditions are true for the same row. Finally, XLOOKUP searches for the first row and retrieves the restock date for column F. This is how the formula works. This formula is incredibly useful for inventory management or any task where you need to prioritize actions based on multiple criteria. For instance, it helps ensure that high demand products with critical or low stock levels are restocked first. With this technique, you can confidently make data-driven decisions to keep your operations running smoothly. And that wraps up today's tutorial on XLOOKUP with multiple criteria. I hope you have found this tutorial helpful and are excited to apply these techniques in your own work. Don't forget, you can download the practice file from the link in the description and try these examples yourself. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful tutorial. If you missed our last Excel tutorial on 9 essential functions for HR professionals, make sure to check it out. It's packed with valuable insights. You can find the link in the video right here in the top right corner of your screen. Trust me, it's a game changer for HR professionals looking to boost their Excel skills. Let me know in the comments which case study you loved the most or what you would like me to cover next. Until next time, keep exploring and mastering the power of X lookup. Thank you.